Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and we have gotten another data download. So this one is not very big, but there is some interesting stuff for me to cover here. We do have a brand new free-to-play LR, which I think is in the running for best free-to-play LR in the game, quite honestly. I think they're very, very good. Maybe they're not going to be on as many good teams as, say, like LR Vegito Blue. So, like, I certainly would not argue against him still being number one, honestly. But, you know, this unit is very good. And, you know, this is DABURA and BABIDI having a good card we needed. BABIDI had nothing better than an SR in the game, which was asinine. So, of course, we needed that. Because BABIDI does, I mean, he plays a huge role in things, right? Like, you know, even though Vegeta lets BABIDI kind of do what he does, you know, that still happens, which leads to Fat Buu, which leads to all the chaos of the Buu saga. So, you know, BABIDI does have a significant role to play. He does deserve a standalone TUR as well. I mean, we got the great DABURA card, so we could still get a BABIDI. I was thinking that maybe a BABIDI and Buu, a Fat Buu, was going to be a more likely LR to come, but, you know, BABIDI and DABURA is completely fine with me. The reason a BABIDI and Buu might have been a little bit better, though, is perhaps they could have been on the Majin Power category, but whatever, it's not a big deal. Now, right now, we're sort of unconfirmed of how to get this unit. It's either going to be Battlefield or the new mode. The new mode comes out tomorrow, by the way. Battlefield, I think, is on like May 3rd. I could pull it up on my account real quick, but Battlefield is a couple of days off. So when like DBZ space updates, or something like that, I could, or I mean, I'm sure like a data miner or something like that probably already has the dates for when they actually release. So at that point, like, you know, we would be able to find out for sure. But again, right now, I'm leaning, well, I'm more hopeful that they come from the new mode, because Battlefield just has so much already that we're getting from it, right? I mean, we're talking, you know, LR Mecha Frieza and King Cold, we got LR Oob, like, I have everything right here. Like, look at this, like, 300k times 5 to rainbow this unit. Like, it took me, you know, 14-15 months to rainbow Oob, you know, because I've been behind since day one, because I did not, like, my account wasn't around when original Dokkan Battlefield was a thing, right? So, like, many people already had, you know, most of this physical Ginyu done by the time Battlefield 2.0 showed up on JP, and then, of course, you know, then it's just a cycle of being behind on all these LRs. We still have LR Team Bardock, by the way, which, you know, I mean, is very, very likely, I think, going to be added in here. And I even hit up the homie Gresh, you know, just to see, because Gresh is usually right about these things. So I asked him where he thought Buu and, BABIDI and DABURA were coming from. He said Battlefield. And I said, well, what about LR Team Bardock? And he said, Battlefield. LOL. It's like, oh, God. Yeah, he's probably right. Battlefield comes out on the 4th, May 4th. And the new mode, again, comes out tomorrow night, so we'll see. If they're a Battlefield LR, it's just a bummer, because it's going to be forever until we can, you know, maximize them. Because, you know, Global, they did a kind of a peculiar thing where they dropped, like, when they release, they dropped 4 copies right away of Mecha Frieza and King Cold. Usually they don't do that, right? But I believe Mecha Frieza and King Cold, they were kind of, I think they were a little bit late, or maybe sort of on track, or whatever. Not really a big deal, but whatever. All right, so, again, the Buu, or I keep saying Buu, but it's BABIDI and DABURA, right? We got translations from the homie Gresh right here, of course. They're super good. They are a Buu Saga category leader, which is good. They seal, they stun. You know, I went over this unit. We already did a rainbow video on them. They're quite good. Now, one thing to note about them, they're passive, right? So 3 key, 88% attack and defense, which is good. Then they get 3 key and 40% attack and defense more if the targeted enemy is in attack or defensive down status. Ridiculously easy to trigger. That is not going to be tough at all. Then they get an additional 3 key and a high chance to perform a crit if the targeted enemy is stunned or sealed. So, I mean, a lot of these abilities are pretty simple for them to get on the teams that they're on. And then they're also a support type unit for the Majin Power category. I still think it's kind of stupid that this doesn't include BABIDI, DABURA, Yakon, Pui Pui, Majin Vegeta. It's just Majin Buu units, but this character will still be good on Buu Saga and Terrifying Conquerors. A lot of those Buu units are going to be on both of those, because, you know, STR Cooler has transformation boost in that leader skill right there. So this unit is going to have a lot of a lot of overlap with the Buu units. Now, what's funny is the Buu Saga, there's still a lot to come, man. It's not updated yet with, Babidi and Dabura. They'll be up here with Majin Vegeta. There is still an awful lot for us to get from this category for sure. We're talking just a huge amount of stuff that potentially could be coming, right? Like, LR Kid Buu, Buu Gotenks, Buu Ultimate Gohan, all types of things like that could eventually be coming. So the Buu Saga is just going to get stronger and stronger. And the more strong Buu units in particular that come, the better Babidi and Dabura are going to be. So that's going to be good. So, okay, let's go ahead and get rid of this. We have this post right here by one of the data miners. I mean, this will go over a lot of interesting info for us. So there's new battlefield bosses coming. So we got Kid Trunks, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Majube, Golden Frieza, Slug, Super Saiyan Vegeta, Metal Cooler, Boda Magetta, Cyborg Tao, and Hirudegarn. Oh boy. So some of them are, almost sort of a little bit random in there, right? Like, it's just like, what? Some of these units are just like, these bosses are just like flying out of nowhere. So it's like, okay. like it's like, all right, we got Slug here next to Golden Frieza, right? Now, I don't know which one of these guys is going to be the boss of the whole thing. Probably Golden Frieza or Hirudegarn. I mean, Hirudegarn is going to be super annoying, I'm sure. We'll see, because I found Dispo wasn't really that bad. And he had, like, the whole dodging mechanic thing. So we'll see if that's going to be an issue with our boy Hirudegarn or not. I'm unsure. I doubt Hirudegarn is going to put up too much of an issue. But then again, it's like when Jiren first showed up, right? Jiren was ridiculously strong. And, I mean, he still is. Jiren is super tough. So we'll see how that's going to work out. There is a new Infinite Dragon Ball History stage dropping, I believe, tomorrow. Actually, let me pull up the celebration info again and take a look. The Infinite Dragon Ball History stage drops tomorrow. Yeah, it does. And it looks like we need to use youth category units and world tournament category units. I presume this stage will probably be on the difficulty level of the Broly stage or even the Future Trunks stage. I'm not sure if this is just going to be a fight against like maybe all the forms of Gotenks or a bunch of Buu Saga units or maybe a lot of the Majin Buus. I'm not really too sure exactly how it's going to be working with a lot of those units, right? But we will see. Now, these stages obviously give a huge amount of rewards. That's going to be good. Now, the Youth and World Tournament, right? Those are two pretty not great categories. I mean, at the very least, Youth will be easy because you're going to have, like, AGLR Gohan. Trunks and Goten are probably going to be a big one because they're on both. I don't know. There's some good units in here. I guess you could run both Goten and the Trunks, the new Goten and Trunks. They're going to be super powerful here. But as far as the 3 World Tournament units, you're probably going to want to go Trunks and Goten. Actually, Yamu and Spopovich would be a really good one here because they do build up a lot of defense. They recover HP. They build up attack. Maybe they'll get hit hard towards the end of the event if there's a tech type unit, but they should be pretty solid in there. I guess Hercule's another one. And again, Trunks and Goten. Vegeta Jr. actually probably could get the job done as well. He's going to be another, sort of solid unit here. It's been a while since I've used Vegeta Jr., but he's not bad. And especially if you got him as like a floater, he'll be raising defense for one turn. Was this 30%? Yeah, 30%. So Vegeta Jr. should be able to get the job done reasonably as well. So, a little bit limited for what you can use for World Tournament, but, the rewards are going to be super good for that. And then the last thing we have is the chain battle missions. Now, I believe Goresh told me that there is going to be like a daily limit on how many times you can do the event. So it's going to be super important to see how to properly do the event before we just go in, crazy with it. I do know that there is like sort of similar like world tournament type rewards that are going to be given out to this. Not exactly like, top like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like all get different rewards, but it's like top 1%, then like 2 to 5% get rewards. So we'll see how that's going to work. Here's what the missions are. So do the chain battle up to 5 times, send a nice one. I presume this is just like almost like a Legends like thumbs up to like whoever your co-op partner is or whoever you use. Like, I don't know, let's say someone uses my Rainbow Exchange Boo. And, like, it's like, oh, yeah, that Boo was nice. So they get, like, they can do, like, a thumbs up thing or something like that. Again, similar to Legends. That's what I presume that is. We'll see. All right, so join a chain battle a whole bunch of times. Deal a bunch of damage. I presume it's supposed to continue saying billion down here, right? So do a lot of damage in one battle. Okay, so we know that certain categories are going to be strong here. I don't know that we know what categories yet. I'm sure the data is probably in the game by now. Maybe, data miners will pull it out. Maybe let me refresh the page. We'll see if there's anything new here. Doesn't look like it. Okay, not a big deal. And then the last thing we have here is the rewards. So we get the Sign of Unity treasure item. That is this right here. I believe this will allow us to get the, there's a new tab in the Baba shop that's not open yet, but I believe this will allow us to get, items from there, equipment, I presume. Equipment, of course, is, going to be the biggest reward they could probably give us from this. Besides, maybe LR, Boo, or I always say Boo, but LR, Babidi, and DABURA if they're there. 20 stones, 4 Kais, a sticker is nice, and then a bunch of potential orbs. Okay, so the rewards seem pretty decent. We'll see what, the final sort of, ranking rewards and stuff like that are going to look like, but this is a pretty solid day to download. We have a free-to-play LR that seems very good, either Battlefield or the new mode. We have the new mode coming, a new Infinite Dragon Ball History stage coming, so we've got some good stuff coming here. The new mode, Golden Week Celebration, how good it is, I think a lot rides on that. Keep in mind that, we are getting physical Vegito Blues EZA, but it's still not for 2 weeks from now. So it's still a very, very long time. I would not be surprised if they do try and sneak in an LR banner or something in a couple of weeks here. So I would like people to be prepared for that. Again, this unit is very, very good. And, Infinite Dragon Ball History has good stages. So thanks, guys, for watching. Seems like a pretty good update right here, right? A lot of, just content for us to do, which is good. And I'll catch you guys next time.